I'm not sure if it's something to do with the energy storage, but I'm losing power on the straights.
Right. And you said the acceleration was okay? I'll take a look at it.
And how are we today, chaps? Everything running smoothly, I hope.
All right, Brian. Yeah, we're just going through a few last-minute tweaks.
Ah, that's what I like to see. With dedication like that, maybe you'll be able to get us back a few more of those points, eh?
Yeah, I'll try.
Actually, Aidan, I'm glad I've caught up with you. Thought you might like to know. I had a call this morning from Toto Wolff. Mentioned you directly.
Oh.
I think they're sniffing around for next season. You're being watched.
So, no pressure then?
So, what's the problem with the car?
I'm losing power on the straights. It's not a massive issue. I'm sure we can deal with it.
Yeah, theoretically, do we have time to install the Spec 2 unit before the race?
Yes, boss.
And Casper's reporting no problems?
No.
Okay. Let's do it. Put the Spec 2 in Aiden's, would you?
Well, that would sort it. I mean, if you're sure.
Of course. You could do with a little boost. A little boost. Besides, anything for our star driver. Casper, how are you today? Feeling good about the race?
Brian.
Hayden, I'm glad I've called you. Listen, don't worry about Casper.
Let me stop you there. Brian, Casper's the furthest thing from my mind right now. I've got a race to focus on.
Good man. In the garage just now, that was my fault. I know how he can be.
What, childish? Self-centered? I'm sick of it, Brian. He's been on my case ever since I joined the team. He needs to grow up.
Okay. You just leave Casper to me and get your head in the race. Let's put that new power unit to good use, eh?
Sure thing, Brian. See you on the other side.
Welcome to Monza, where the crowd are ready for today's action. And we hope you're ready to see the world's best drivers fighting it out for that #1 spot. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix. With top speeds up to 215 miles per hour and an average lap speed of around 155 miles per hour, Monza's reputation as one of the fastest circuits in the sport is well earned. We have 11 corners on this 3.6-mile track, with the best overtaking chance coming into the heavy braking zone of the Turn 1 chicane. Here we are then, Monza, the 90th time this event has been held, so a special year for F1 fans, particularly the Italians, who are rightly proud of this event and its heritage.
Yeah, it always feels a bit special here, doesn't it, Crofty? Hamilton holds the joint record with Schumacher for number of wins here at 5 apiece, but could snatch it outright today with a 6.
Nearly 100 years of history here, so let's see what this year holds in store for the Italian Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Ackermann, Carlos Sainz and Kvyat, Norris, Ricciardo, Gasly and Alexander Albon, Ocon, Leclerc, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Butler, Vettel, Grosjean, George Russell, and Aiden Jackson, Magnussen, and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right, let's see if we can squeeze some performance out of this new power unit. Good luck out there today. Casper should be within reach soon, Aiden. You are free to race. Green flag. Okay, good work. Great pass. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Affirmative. Medium tyres at the next stop. You are in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 2.7 seconds. They're on fresh softs. You have 4 laps till your pit window opens. There are 10 laps to go. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. Understood, stopping this lap. Exit, exit now. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Nice work, that brings you up a place. Gap to teammate behind is 33.1 seconds. Casper is in the pits, Casper in the pits. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. You're putting a good distance between yourself and the car behind. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Fantastic drive, just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
Well, quite the rivalry forming between the rookie Aidan Jackson and his veteran teammate Casper Ackermann.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of when Hamilton signed for McLaren back in 2007. And we all know how that one ended. Alonso returned to Renault pretty much the moment the season wrapped up.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Racing Point's performance today has shown that they can be competitive with the veterans of the sport. They're making their way out to the podium now as we speak, and the reaction from the crowd must be incredibly uplifting for them.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better result today. Congratulations, Aidan. Top spot on the podium. How are you feeling?
What a day. I can't believe it. It's the best possible result. I'm going to enjoy this moment, but not run away with myself. I've got to try and keep my focus for the next race. But, you know, first place.
A big talking point, irrespective of today's results, is how you've improved overall throughout the season. What would you say to that?
I couldn't do without the support of the team. They've been incredible. I'm feeling looked after, and I couldn't ask for more. So any improvements are thanks to them.
It's funny you should mention the team as a whole. Can you give us an update? How is the current relationship between you and Casper Ackerman?
Casper's got a way about him, you know. He's hot-headed. He can get offended easily. I'm learning that I've just got to accept that. Any problems are his, not mine.
Appreciate your time.
Mum?
Aidan, I'm here.
Oh, good. After that flight delay, I was starting to get concerned.
Don't worry. Everything's fine.
And they're looking after you?
Better than at Silverstone.
Good, because you were my lucky charm there, Mum. And I'm hoping you do the same here.
I'll try, love. Now just do what you do, and everything will be great.
I know. Mirror signal maneuver.
And always stick to the speed limit.
I'll try.
Have a great race, Aidan. I'll see you after.
I'm so pleased you're here, Mum. This one's for you, eh?
Our gap behind is 2.9 seconds. How's it feeling out there, Aidan?
Yeah, good. I think we can start to push a little. Where's Casper?
Ahead of you. Don't worry about Casper, Aidan. Let's just improve your current position.
Yeah, copy.
Casper's sat in P8. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Casper is directly ahead of you.
It's clear from anyone watching either in the stands or at home the determination on show from Racing Point and Aidan Jackson today.
No, you're not wrong there, Ant. His performance has improved race by race throughout the season, and his driving today, impeccable. Here's a test for him now, though, as they head down the main straight. There's a lot of friction between these two, and his teammates after him. Will he budge?
Hold position, Aidan.
Oh, I've never seen anything like this on a racetrack before! Two teammates wheel to wheel!
Keep it clean!
Inches separating them and they crash! Oh, they've come together in spectacular style, and they're both out of the race!
Close the door. Sit down. What the hell was going on out there? We've invested millions in you two. Millions. And look at you both. Acting like a couple of school kids. You've got a lot to prove this year, boy. And you're swanning around like butter wouldn't melt. And as for you, you should know better. I'm disgusted. You should both be ashamed.
Brian,
Not a word. Not a single word. I should fire you both right here and now. You've screwed our chances this season. The team is bigger than you two and your petty squabbles. Grow up! Any more, and you're both out. Do you hear me? I'll finish the season behind the wheel myself if I have to. Both of you, jet out.
Go away.
Hey.
Hey.
So, what did he say?
Threatened to fire both of us.
He won't.
That's not the point.
I'll just leave you be.
Is Lily okay? Does she know I'm safe?
Yeah, she saw you climb out. She's fine. I left her with your mother.
Okay, good.
You've survived worse, you know?
Doesn't make it any easier.
Maybe not, but you're not hurt. And you have a family who love you. The rest are just details. I'll see you later.
Another season of Formula One racing is upon us. Some teams confident following pre-season, whilst others still looking for answers. Let's see what the future holds for them as qualifying gets underway here in Melbourne. So, Aidan Jackson in ninth, but Aston Martin still hopeful the youngster can secure a decent position. Let's see how he gets on here. Teammate Casper Ackerman didn't make it through to Q3, narrowly missing out by just
13 milliseconds.
You did all you could.
If I went out second today, I would have those 13 milliseconds back, no problem. Why do they keep sending me out first?
11th isn't the end of the world, Casper. You'll make those places back.
Yeah, for sure. But I shouldn't have to.
Zoe, hey.
Morning, Daddy.
Lily, you know it's not morning where Daddy is, right?
Mummy says you're on the other side of the world.
That's right. Daddy is in Australia. I'm upside down.
Then why don't the cars fall off?
Mommy can explain that. Can I speak to her?
Don't fall off, Daddy.
I won't, Lily. Promise.
Hey, qualifying not so good, huh?
They sent me out first.
Again?
Yeah.
Well, some of your best races were coming from midfield.
Yeah?
Yeah. Besides, I thought you loved a challenge. Lils, off the table. Now, it's breakfast time. I should go.
Sure.
You'll be great. You always are. Love ya.
Love you too.
Something's not right.
Understood, Casper. We're on it.
It's the gearbox. I lost a gear.
Push on, Casper. We're assessing. Just push on best you can.
I'll try.
Okay, bad news on the gearbox. The team are trying everything they can think of, but they're not optimistic. Just keep at it, do your best. That's all we can ask. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. The gap to the car ahead is 2.0 seconds. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Brilliant. Nice move. This is your final lap of the race. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Well, what's happened there to Casper Ackermann? Still managed to finish, but that's got to be frustrating, Ant.
Yeah, looks like maybe it was a gearbox fault, which is always a blow for the driver. Ackermann won't be happy, but I'd say he's done very well in the circumstances.
Well, this isn't the start he would have wanted after last season. Let's hope things pick up for him. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Bad luck out there today. Let's talk about it.
So, not a great race out there for you today, Casper. Can you talk us through what happened?
Well, it was clearly an issue with the gearbox. Not a great place to be as a driver, but we'll work on it, I'm sure.
Well, despite obvious vehicle difficulty, you still managed to finish. How hard is it to bring it over the line when facing such issues?
Well, it's almost impossible. You have the race going on around you, and all you want to do is compete. Your adrenaline is up, but there's nothing you can do about it. What else can I say?
While it's an unfortunate start to this season, last season was muddied by a tense relationship with your teammate. How are things now with you and Aiden?
Well, let's just say the gearbox fault probably wouldn't have happened in Aiden's car. Perhaps it's because I'm more experienced and can handle myself better. But the team does seem to be keeping a closer eye on Aiden's performance. We'll just see how the season develops, I guess.
Great. Well, that's everything.
I'm losing grip.
Understood. Can you box next lap, Casper? Box next lap.
No, I need to come in now. It's quite bad.
We've got Aiden coming in now. Just hold out one more lap, please, Casper.
Isn't he a lap down?
Yes, he's on a different strategy, though.
Haven't I got priority?
He's boxing now. Please hold off, Casper.
Fine. No, I'm all over the place here. I'm coming in now. Must have been pretty urgent for Aiden, huh?
Please be patient, Casper.
There goes another place. And another. Okay, let's go, let's go.
OK, that wasn't ideal. Let's see if you can get a few places back, please, Casper.
I'm on it.
Good job, nice overtake. Our gap to the car in front is 2.5 seconds. OK, the gap behind is 1.7 seconds. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. OK, gap ahead is 4.5 seconds. Gap to car in front is 10.7 seconds. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. Great manoeuvre. You made it look easy. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
An interesting little encounter between Ackerman and Jackson in the pit lane, and might that cause more friction behind the scenes?
Ackerman sounded pretty angry on the radio, didn't he? Told to box the next lap, but he came in anyway. That's not the decision of a man thinking clearly. Is he bringing his personal grievances onto the track? I think he could be.
They denied each other a significant number of points last season, and if today's anything to go by, those issues look like continuing. The drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours.
Congratulations on a tough race today, Casper. To all of us watching, it seemed...
The team strategy was wrong, so I called it. I had to. Sometimes when you're the one behind the wheel, you've got to call the shots. I felt the tires begin to go off and realized I needed to come in. The team may disagree, but I pulled it back, so we'll see.
So the problem we all witnessed today was a team call, and not a sign of continuing tensions again this season between you and Aiden Jackson.
Well, I'm not going to lie, as I'm sure it's obvious to everyone here. Aiden and I have never really seen eye to eye, which causes some tension. But we're also professionals, so it shouldn't get in the way of our performance. I'm sure we'll work through it. Why do you ask?
Well, you seemed angry on the radio with your team. People are asking if that's an indicator of a deeper issue behind the scenes. What would you say to that?
Well, there's nothing to be concerned about. It's just adrenaline. You're in the middle of the race, you get hot. I can't even remember what I said. If it was, colorful, and I'm sure we'll all be laughing about it later.
Great. Well, that's everything.
I just don't get it, Zoe. He gets to pit ahead of me, and they give his car the only new power unit last season. And he gets to go out behind me in qualifying. This kid is the new #1 driver.
I don't believe that to be true.
But then why does he get paid more?
You're still upset about that?
No. Well, I don't know, maybe. I just wish I never found out.
It's not the money, though, is it?
I'm old.
You're not old.
Like this again. I am old. For a driver, I'm old.
Come on, this is your last season. You said you'd make it count.
I still need to tell them.
When will you?
Soon.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, forget about Jackson.
Okay.
And stop playing the victim. It doesn't suit you.
All right, okay.
It's Zandvoort next, remember? Everyone's gonna be rooting for you. Be the guy they love. And hey.
What?
Be the guy I love.
That's cute. Did you come up with that yourself?
I'm a natural-born charmer.
Hmm. Yeah. Verstappen's got nothing on me.
You had to ruin it.
Zoe.
Daddy!
Hey, Lils. What have you been doing today?
I drew a picture.
Yeah? What's it a picture of?
It's a secret.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll show it to me later.
Maybe. Will you win today, Daddy?
I hope so, Lils. Hey, can I ask you a question?
What's the question?
Who's your favorite racing driver?
You are!
Yeah, just checking. Can I speak to Mummy now?
No.
Okay.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Lily.
Hello and welcome to Zandvoort for another round of Formula One action. Zandvoort circuit, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout a 2.6-mile lap. And so here we are, Zandvoort. If there's one thing you can guarantee, it's the incredible atmosphere these Dutch fans provide. The sea of orange shirts as much a part of the Grand Prix as the track itself. Max Verstappen, always a home favourite, but in the midfield, all eyes on Aston Martin's Casper Ackermann. He'll be looking to turn around a poor patch of form, and what better time to do it than here, in front of his home crowd. With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Norris, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Bottas, Sainz, Ackermann, Fernando Alonso, and Daniel Ricciardo, Gasly, Jackson, Esteban Ocon, and Tsunoda, Butler, Giovinazzi, George Russell, and Nikita Mazepin, Mick Schumacher, and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
The crowd's all behind you today, Cass. Let's use that momentum and see what you can do out there. Okay, good work, great pass. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. You're leading the pack, P1. Verstappen behind. The gap behind us is 7.8 seconds. They're on fresh hards. You have 4 laps till your pit window opens. 14 laps to go. We're leading our teammate by 16.6 seconds. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Release, release. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. The gap to the car behind is 11.4 seconds. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Gap to teammate behind is 26.3 seconds. Aiden is in the pits. Aiden in the pits. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. The gap between you and the car behind is increasing. Absolutely fantastic. It's a brilliant result. Well done.
What a race for Casper Ackermann, proving the naysayers wrong with an emphatic performance. He'll be delighted by that podium finish.
Well, we all know he can do it. It's just been a while since he has. Great race from Ackermann and some much needed points for Aston Martin.
The Aston Martin team will be very happy with today's performance and the final result. Another display of excellent driving and excellent teamwork, and a well-deserved first-place finish.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
A podium finish today, Casper, here in front of your home crowd.
Well, for me, what really makes this track special is the fans. I know the Dutch F1 fans are really excited to have a Grand Prix in the Netherlands again. They're here for Max 2, of course, but their support means a lot, and I'm pleased to be able to give them something to cheer today.
And the fastest lap too today. Is that something you expected?
It's realistically not something you think you're going to get too often, so no, I can't say we expected it. But it's certainly a welcome surprise. Every point counts, so come the end of the season, we might be more grateful for it than we realize.
How is everything at Aston Martin? Are spirits high? Is the team happy?
I won't lie and say we're having a great time. Everyone knows we've struggled a little bit recently and things aren't 100% right now. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. Look, any job has its issues, and driving in F1 is no exception. But the focus is very much on turning things around.
Appreciate your time.
Hey man, great race today.
Thanks.
Nice one, Casper. Can't argue with that performance. Shame your teammate couldn't bring himself to congratulate you.
Nah, well, he's just a kid.
A kid who's getting signed by Mercedes.
So they say.
Never gonna happen.
No?
You keep a secret?
Yeah, sure.
I've been approached.
Really? Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Keep it under your hat, but talks are going well. So you're gonna have to get on with Jackson for a little while longer.
Yeah, well, we get on fine.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah?
I was chatting with one of your mechanics. He had some very interesting things to say about Jackson. You know what his problem is, don't you?
Go on.
Thinks you're getting too old. Says you're not fast enough anymore.
Too old?
Hey, mate, his words, not mine. You want my advice? Prove him wrong. See, he should respect you like I do. Great race out there today, buddy. Yeah? Ciao.